Hello, I want to talk to you about your life. Yeah, your life. How's it going? Are you on track? Are you on track with your life? Are you consciously planning the pathway of your life? Or is it up and down and up and down with things that come and knock you down and you get caught up with fear, anxiety, scarcity, worry, all of those things? Or are you intentional with creating your life? So what this is about is, see, my business is called Create Your Designed Life. And I am a creative in my business. As a business mindset and money coach, I'm very creative. In my personal life, I'm creative. And I paint, I work with clay. But in my business, I love helping clients. One of the questions I really enjoy asking is, do you have a vision? And it's a big teaching, and I find that most people don't have a vision. So to create your life, there's the different aspects of your life. Your health is number one. So that is your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. So mindset comes into that. Everything is like the highest realm is the spiritual, then the mindset, and then the physical. And most people get stuck. In my experience, they get stuck in the physical and they get so consciously involved so that it becomes so habitual that they're not operating up in the spiritual realm of consciousness where we create, where the imagination is, where we don't buy into all of the physical conditions. So to create your designed life, it's about your mental health, your emotional health, your physical health. Then what comes second for me is either your business, career, and money. Because when you are worrying or in scarcity and buying into the old paradigms of I can't afford it, I can't do this, I'd love to, but I can't do this and I can't do that, that's your reality. That's the ego keeping you in that lower realm. So whether it's business, whether it's a career, but money, business, everything is transaction. Everything, every day in everybody's lives, billions of people on the planet. It's money. That's the currency. That's the currency, money. So in that area, people are either creating, well, they're always creating. We're always creating. But to have a specific methodology of how to rise up out of those circumstances of lack, of fear, of scarcity, all those old limitations, and particularly that keep women stuck. So that's a huge one. And then there's the love, either in a relationship where you can create a more fulfilling, richer relationship. Doesn't start with the other person, it starts with you. They're the three main areas. And then there's friendships, like there's family and friendships. But if you're in a relationship, that's the most significant, where you're going to get the lessons every day in which to create more of the same of what you don't like, or to enrich whatever aspect, whether it be the intimacy, the communication, many things. So we're always creating. It just depends if you've got a plan for this or not, or if you just, you're just comfortable. Because I often talk to women who are really, no, they're comfortable. They're just, they're just going along going along. They're comfortable, and that's where they're at. So create more of that. So the way in which we create, it's a beautiful blueprint that I've got. And there's different aspects to it. It's not just a matter of having, saying, oh, I want this, or I want that, I want this, I want that. There are things that come within that, because to be happy now, to be grateful now, as though you've already got those things, that's one of the secrets. It's not waiting until you get it. But the other thing is too, if you're not in alignment, so you need to be in alignment with things like your emotions of what that thing is. If you want to earn 20k a month, where you start today with that is being the identity of that person who creates the 20 grand a month. The emotional states, the responsibility, the strategies, the characteristics, the habits. So it's all very, and you can say whatever you want. So I'm using this one because money is up there when it comes to women. It's super important. And this is what I want to bring home. There are characteristics, whether it be better mental health, better physical health, emotional health, your love relationship, or getting into one. So the recipe for this, it's layered. And once we get all that, once you've got, if you were to work with me and I work together with my clients on this, then when that is taught, fully understood, it's not a matter of saying, I'll do that tonight and it's done. It's not, if you stay up all night maybe, but you've got to understand where you are now and the future version of you. There's a gap, right? And there's characteristics within who you're being now in your habits, your emotions and certain characteristics. And then that, whatever you want to create, whether it's in your health, in your love, in your money, in your business. So there's certain characteristics in there. So once that teaching is done with clients, once you see where you are and where you want to go, what you want to create, you see the gap. And it makes it, you get ownership and understand it, because that's really important. It's not just about the hype of saying, oh, I'll sit on a rug and manifest that. No. So you've got to be obsessed with this to quantum leap from the ego trying to keep you comfortable and just spinning your wheels really, to what you want. So it's a beautiful teaching. It's just transforming. Then the layer under that, or not under that, but the layer that comes next, when that foundation is done and totally done, then my blueprint gets taught of how to reverse engineer. Same principle. If it's mental health, if you want to drop a lot of weight, if you want to get super strong and fit, whatever it is. Love, money, business. So then the practical comes in. And it's got to be practical. It's not a passive thing of just sitting and imagining. That part of it is a part of it. But to raise your consciousness is the spiritual aspect and the mindset. And when you do understand this teaching, it's not hard. And you do grow in your belief and your confidence, because you get ownership of that difference in the characteristics of what's going on in your life now, you see it and it makes sense, and then you can look at what you're saying that you do want to create. When we work together, you see the gap, and then we reverse engineer so that you get it. And it's like a fast track. It compresses time. It's not about it takes 6 months, 3 months. Most of this depends on your consciousness and being very guarded in your environment, so that you're very cautious and conscious about who you allow to speak what they speak into your life and your physical environment. Because if you're wanting to really rise up into that future version of you, into those areas that I've mentioned, and you're living with crap and clutter, that's also a part of it. It's beautiful work. It's beautiful work. It's a God consciousness. Jesus functioned in this all the time. It wasn't a taught thing. It was his normal. And we are God creators. We have that kingdom of God within us and the ability to create this. So it's a matter of making a decision to understand that if you don't, you're wasting time, and you're going to get more of what you do not want that you may be experiencing now. And so that is my business. Create your designed life. And it is a teaching, it is a methodology, and it's for anybody. You don't need a degree. You just need to make a decision. You need to be teachable, and the desire to not waste time, not get to 10 years from now and have regrets, because the clock does not stop ticking. So take back your power. You can learn this. Any area of life, this principle is applied to, and it works. And we do, in the teachings, I do drawings to show you how simple it is to understand at each aspect of where you are, what's going on, what you want to create, and the gap. You learn about your own gap. No one's talking at you. You own it. So that makes all the difference. And then we can just deep dive and get you what you want. Your confidence just skyrockets. Your bank balance can skyrocket. Your health can skyrocket. Your love relationship can skyrocket. They're all important. That's what I wanted to leave with you today. Thank you for showing up. Bless you.